want to touch on the love that we should have for others. I want to speak about the love that we need to know that someone has for us. You know, a lot of times we'll make decisions and get ourselves all wrapped up in different thoughts because we don't realize that we're loved. Sister Melissa, you can take your Sunday school kids to Sunday school this morning. We're trying something different this morning. We're trying to get the kids at different times. Young kids in church.
Amen.
You know, I wish when I was growing up that I was in church before I was. I didn't get in church till I was 16 years old. But then how much further along could I be right now with the Lord? Being set fast in this, brought up in it, rooted in it. Amen. But I want to talk about that love this morning. I want to talk about that love that I need to know that my brothers and sisters have for me. You know, we make decisions a lot of times on what we think people think about us. But then I'll make a decision of what to say by what I think someone's thinking about me. Whether they like me, don't like me. I can be mad by the way my mind's telling me, hey, this person's mad at me, and they have no idea that something's supposed to be wrong.
Amen.
We need to get ourselves out of that way of thinking and realize this morning that we're loved.
Amen.
Realize this morning that you have someone that cares about you. Realize this morning that there is someone praying for you. There is someone that is watching over you and seeing that you need prayer. There is someone out there that truly cares.
Amen. Thank you, Lord.
That truly cares. That cares about where I'm at this morning. There's someone out there this morning that cares that I'm hurt. How many times we try to hide our feelings because we don't want someone to see? Well, when you're truly loved, guess what? Someone sees.
Amen.
And someone is praying. You're not in this alone this morning. You're not in this alone this morning. We need to receive that. We're not in this alone. No matter what you're going through, there is someone that is willing to hold your hand and care this morning. There's someone that cares this morning. If we could stand and turn to Luke chapter 15. And I want to preach this morning on a son that went and took all Brother Tommy his finances and was afraid to come home. Luke chapter 15, and we'll start at verse 11. And he said, a certain man had 2 sons. The younger of them said to his father, Father, give me the portion of goods that falls to me. And he divided unto them his living. And not many days after, the younger son gathered all together and took his journey into a far country, and there wasted the substance with rottenness living. Wasted. And when he had spent all, there arose a mighty famine in the land, and he began to want. You may be seated this morning. So what are we going to talk about first? A spoiled child. Sister Brenda. someone that had it all. Someone that had money to spare. That just went and wasted it. That done wrong. Think about a time that you've done wrong and you knew you'd done wrong. Think about how hard it was to come back out of that wrong state and accept that it's going to be okay. Think about that wrong you've done, of how much pressure and weight it put on you. It might even have shamed some of us of that wrong that we've done. We can't get over it because now I'm not worthy. Now I'm dirty. I'm evil. I deserve everything I'm about ready to get. I deserve that punishment. I deserve that hate. I deserve you to not love me this morning. All these things go through our head. If we're honest with us, all these things are going to go through my head. Oh, I said something I shouldn't have said. Now I don't deserve your friendship no more. I don't deserve your love no more. We allow that adversary to get a foothold. We allow that adversary to tear us up and make us feel that we shouldn't be forgiven. We shouldn't be loved no more. I'm telling you this morning, you are loved. Someone cares for you this morning. Someone is praying for you this morning. You know, I speak many times of when me and Sister Jamie got first married, even before we were married, we fought all the time. Sister Brenda, there's people that looked at us and said, no way they should be married. No way they should even get together. But the love that was there overcame all. Because my wife prayed. Because there was someone that prayed for me. The countless hours my wife spent praying, never giving up. But I didn't see that at first. At first I was angry. I was mean. I'll put it out there. I wasn't the nicest guy to live with. It was my way or the highway. See, I had all this darkness. I had all this filth. But there was still one that loved me. There was still one that cared. My wife spent hours praying. After her marriage, had Hunter. Me, out of sight, out of mind, putting all this weight on my wife. But yet she still loved. She still cared. But she still continued to pray. See, once I realized how much love was there, things started changing. Once I realized that there was a God in heaven that loved me and cared. Brother Dan, I didn't know who this God was growing up. I said how much of a blessing it would be to be these children that are in church this morning, realizing who God was. I didn't come to know God until I was 16, 17 years old. But a God that loves me was willing to overlook my flaws. Not just overlook my flaws, but forgive my flaws. See, when God forgives, they're no longer there. How great it would be if we could have that type of forgiveness within ourselves. To have that type of forgiveness that when someone does me wrong, we could just wash it away and no longer be in our thoughts. Them friends that talk behind our back, them loved ones that just want to seem to hurt, that we would just have the ability just to forgive and forget. You know, we're not God. Just tell you, we'll say we forgive. We'll say we'll forget. But what do we really do? We keep it in the back of our mind. I can no longer trust that person. Well, this ain't where I thought we were going this morning. I can no longer give that person permission to truly be in my life. Who's forgiveness for this morning? You really think about it. Who is forgiveness for? See, if we don't forgive, we hold on to that anger. We hold on to that hatred. We hold on to that just chains that bind us. We hold on to that and won't let us go. See, when you're angry and you're mad, guess what happens? It starts overwhelming you.
That's right.
It'll start overtaking you. And it's all you're going to think about. It's all you're going to entertain. It's all you're going to be about because I'm mad. I'm mad and I'm going to let you know that I'm mad. I'm going to tell you how you think you should be treated. I'm going to show you how you treated me. Well, what if God would say, I'm going to do unto you what you once done to me? Our God's not like that. You know, our God is ready to forgive and forget. Our God is ready to wash away all them sins. There's many times in my marriage that when the first couple years I didn't treat Sister Jamie the nicest. But thank God there's true forgiveness. Thank God that God looked down upon me and changed me. Changed me for who I should be this morning. Thank God that He reached out His arms and said, you know, I still love you. I still love you this morning. I still care. We need to find that hurt that's within inside of us. If I'd ask someone to raise their hands this morning, has anyone ever hurt by someone else? And I'm raising both my hands this morning. But there's two ways that this relationship's going to work. There's two ways that this is going to change. You're either going to let the love shine through and the care that you really have for someone to build you up. So you can take that hurt and you can bottle it up. You can take that hurt and you can just make it the center of your life. What's going to happen? You're going to become angry. We read further down, this young man was afraid to come home. Matter of fact, he said, I'm going to go home and I'm going to be a servant. I'm not going to be a part of my father's family. I'm just going to be a servant. Because he felt he wasn't going to be welcomed back. He thought, William, that he was just going to be shunned aside. He allowed these thoughts to go through his mind. He allowed what he's done to continually affect him, continually change him. But as we read down, this young man comes back to his family, comes back to his father. And even though he thought he was no longer worthy, what's his father do? Takes a hold of him, shows him love, shows you compassion, shows you forgiveness. You know, this morning, God isn't worried about what you've done yesterday. God's not worried about what you've done last week. God is glad that you're in His house this morning. God is glad that you are here to hear His word. God is here to tell you this morning that you are worthy, no matter how you think or how bad you feel it was. God is here to tell you this morning that things are going to be okay. Things are all right in your life. God is ready to send you blessings your way. Let's read the scripture. And he went and joined himself into a citizen of the country, and he sent him into the fields to feed the swine. And he would faint, having filled his belly with the husk that the swine did eat, and no man gave him him. See, there's going to be a spot in your life that you're going to have to hit rock bottom. But where is your rock bottom this morning? Where is your I can't go no further? Brother Dan, this is where this young man got. He got to a point where he couldn't go no further. He had to make a decision of what he's going to change in his life. What's he going to allow God to work in? What's he going to let God do? See, when you start coming to church, you're going to have to make a decision. There was plenty of times, Sister Brenda, I came to church and I sat in the pew, Brother Dan, and I could have cared less what the pastor was saying. I could have cared less of what was going on. Because, Sister Brenda, if I'm going to be honest, when I first started coming to church, I was coming to sit beside Sister Jamie because she's my girlfriend. This is what I got to do. If I want to see her, I gotta go to church and I'm going to have to sit there. But there was a point in time that I had to realize something needs to change within my life. Something's got to be different. I want to have this happiness. I want to have this joy that I see people walking out. I see people coming to church with a sad face, but I see people walking out with joy, with happiness. There's got to be a time that I get to that point where I got to see I need that joy, I need that happiness within me because there's something missing within me. I had to find my bottom. I had to find my bottom so I could realize I'm worthy. I'm worthy. I'm worthy to have what everyone else has. I'm worthy to have this joy. See, if we don't get to that rock bottom, where do we go? We continue going. And we continue falling because we're not making that choice. I need God in my life. I need to have that change. But what happens when you hit that bottom? That adversary gets in your ear.
What's this?
And he's going to tell you this is where you got to live. I'm telling you this morning, there is better out there for your life this morning. There is something better out there that can change that happiness. You know, I can look at many different situations just in this church of how things look impossible.
I see my papi.
Things look impossible. Things can't get no better.
I see my great papi.
I can look at things in my own family and see things cannot get no better. But I'm telling you this morning, I've seen things that look like they couldn't get no better. And a whole lot better. You know, it's so easy to use Hunter this morning.
What is this?
At 8 weeks old, the doctor says there's no way he's going to live to be a year old. No way. This is what the doctor said. Brother Dan, we were at doctors over and over and over and over again. He's not going to make it. He's not going to make it. Took that horrible situation, turned it around, and made it a victory. Made it joy. thought someone took her. I kept looking to see if no one was there. We need to learn that there is a way. There is a way that God can take care of that situation. God is God this morning. God is God who is going to take care of your problem. This young man decided he was going to come back. He was going to come back from eating with the pigs. He said, there is a better life. There is more out there for me. There is something different. There is something more that I can have. There is something better this morning. You've got to realize there is something better this morning. There is something better out there that is going to change your life. This young man was eating with the pigs. And he set a limitation. Brother Dan, he set a limitation. Well, I'm going to go this far. I'm going to go to my father's house. I'm going to say, let me be a servant. Let me tell you, God's not going to take you halfway. God's not going to take you to a spot and say, this is as far as you can go. If you have a desire to serve God, He is going to take you above and beyond where you think you can go because you are capable. You have the opportunity with God to change something in your life. Man, I wish I could have a video screen, Brother Tommy, of my past. So everyone could see who I was back then. Could see all the things that were not of God. Brother Dan, the things that were not of God. People had the right, Sister Kelly, to think, man, there is no way this man is ever going to be a child of God. So some of the things that I've done. But it doesn't matter what people think. It doesn't matter what people think this morning. It's about what God can do in your life. But I had to come to that spot of rock bottom. I had to come to that spot that I need a change. I had to come to that spot, Brother Dan. Let me just be a servant. Let me just be a servant. Let me wrap this around today's situation.
Come on, Guppy.
Let me just break even. How many times have we prayed,
Can I read this?
Lord,
Butterfly
just
book?
let my bills be paid.
Is this your butterfly book?
Just let my bills be paid. Just give me enough just to get by. Lord, touch me enough just so I can have a good day today.
Light.
I'm guilty of that one. But then, let my back feel just good today, Lord, so I can get through the rest of the day. Sister Jamie, let my stomach just be settled enough so I can just get home.
Hey.
We cannot limit what God is going to do in our life.
That's right. Amen.
We cannot put that limitation, well, God just changed me just a little bit. Uncle Paul, I don't want to just get one foot in heaven this morning.
That's right. Amen.
I don't want to just get that one little blessing this morning. I had $1 million spread across the altar. And I would tell you, the first person to get to the altar can have it. How many of us is going to sit back and wait to see who gets up first? $1 million? Pastor's giving it? I'm beating you all there. Because I'm receiving.
Right.
But then I don't want to just sit back and think, well, I'll get the leftovers. I don't know how much $1 million looks like, but I'm pretty sure you can't carry it out in one handful. So I'm just going to get the leftovers. I got some pretty big hands. But I'm pretty sure $1 million ain't going to fit in my hand right now.
I'd make it work.
I don't want just the leftovers this morning. I don't want to receive a blessing that's just part of a blessing.
That's right. Come on.
God says my cup's going to run over. That's right. We need to stop. We need to stop stopping God at a sip. seen many times people come in, Brother Tommy, and they get baptized. It's not where it stops this morning.
That's right.
That's not where it stops this morning. That's not receiving your true blessings. That's a part. That's a part of God's plan. The Bible says you got to be baptized by water and a spirit.
Right.
The Bible also says you got to ask for forgiveness.
Amen.
Uncle Paul is not just about jumping in the tank. It's about, Lord, forgive me. And coming with a true heart of forgiveness.
Amen.
Bro Dan, next time you make Sister Kelly mad and you got to apologize, I want you to try to apologize like this. Yeah, I'm sorry. And see where it gets you. I'm going to tell you where it will get you because there's plenty of times I use that with my wife. Yeah, you don't mean it. Yeah, you don't mean it. Too many times we come to God and we're playing with God. We're playing with God. Lord, I'm sorry. Ha ha ha.
Come on. It's true.
But Lord, send me my blessing though.
Right. Come on. Amen.
Send me my forgiveness. If you truly want from God this morning, truly open your heart to God this morning. Truly show God that you're here to love Him.
Amen.
I went to church plenty of times, in and out the door. In and out the door. But until I truly opened my heart to God, until you truly open your heart to God, you're missing out.
That's right.
You're missing out on that true blessing. You know my truck probably gets what? 20 mile gallon, 20 mile, 40, 50, I don't know. It don't matter. But if I gotta go 100 miles, I'm not just putting a gallon of gas in it. If I gotta go 100 miles, I'm not just gonna put a gallon of gas in it. When I start looking at my gas gauge and it gets down, listen wives, listen. I want all the wives to listen. When it starts getting down to a quarter of a tank, stop and fill up the gas.
Amen.
Stop and fill up the gas tank. Don't wait till you run out. Don't wait till you get to that spot and can't get back. Too many times we continue in our mess, we continue in our trial, and we continue getting defeated. We continue getting beat up. And Sister Brenda, we continue getting depressed and upset. Call out to God.
Right.
Don't keep struggling in your mess. Call out to God. Let God know, Lord, I am struggling today. Lord, I am angry today. Lord, I am broke today. Lord, I need you to fix me.
Amen.
Don't allow yourself to get totally busted where it's hard to put back the pieces.
Right.
It's hard to put back the mess. Call out to God. Let Him know, Lord, I am here for you. Lord, and I need you to be here for me. We all have that one situation that continually pops up, that continually comes at us, that continually weighs on us, that we continually fight with. Just trying to continue. Winds us up. Take that situation this week. Truly take that situation and just give it to God. Brother Dan, I'm not asking you to take all your problems this morning. Even though I know God can handle all your problems, I'm asking you this morning to take that one problem. That one problem that you need God to work on. And truly give it over to God. Truly trust in Him. And watch what He does. I don't want to pile my problems up, Sister Kelly, because then I see that mountain. The Bible says God can move mountains.
Amen.
But the problem with my mountain, God's on the backside working towards me, and I'm just focused on that mountain that seems like it's not going nowhere. Nothing's changing. That mountain is still such a mountain. But we don't realize from the backside now it's only half a mountain.
Am I going?
Come on.
See, if we don't see God working right away, we get frustrated. We get angry. We give up.
Come on. Forgive us, Lord.
We give up. I'm saying this morning, push a little bit further. Know that God loves you this morning. Truly know God loves you this morning. God cares this morning for you. And God is willing to open things up if you just trust Him like He loves you.
Amen.
A C R A
Let me see. Let me see.
A
How long have you guys been married?
15 years this month.
15 years this month. I'm sure you love your husband. And I'm sure you love your wife. Are you expecting